I've got the feature working, so that's good. Sorry, I keep cutting out today. I think what's happening is because I've told the people I'm moving and that I'm changing my internet, they will do what they always do when they're doing an internet switchover and start messing around with it prematurely. You know? Gleb sent me a clue on how to fix the thing I was trying to do with room color, but I got there in the end. And it was referencing it via room to make rather than last room, so. Okay. The only thing I want to do now is when we've got this object unlock key flying around, we've got some spawn VFX, and I want to make these something different if it's the red key. So if sprite index equals relic red key, then we change the spawn VFX. See if that works. Does work, but too much. Put flies on it. Gross. So I've implemented this new relic that means that when you build a red room, if you've got this relic, you get a free key, basically. It doesn't spend a key, which sort of encourages a riskier playstyle. And all I'm doing now is just picking a particle to follow that key. It's got flies there. That's really gross. It's kind of cool. Flower cloud frost. Run dust red. I think that's going to be too red. Let's try the tentacle particle. I haven't used that for anything yet. I started making a tentacle that was meant to reach out from one set of blocks and try and like colonize other areas, but I haven't used it yet. This is going to be a completely inappropriate use of it, but yeah, just leaves blobs in the air. I mean, the relic sparkle might work because it is a relic and that's what happens when you pick it up. I don't really like the relic effect though, so maybe that needs revisiting today as well, just to get it up to one of those things that every time I see it I'm like, oh, I need to improve that. I mean, that at least indicates that it's a relic doing a thing, which might be better than theming it around red rooms. Stuck. Let's try it with the run dust, see what it looks like. They're all pretty similar, all the kind of fungal puffy ones. Oh, that looks gross. I'm going to do it as relic sparkle, and then I'm going to go and revisit the relic sparkle particle, because I've been meaning to sort of improve that for a while. It doesn't look great. We've got, like, that's why. It's like a horrible vector graphic that doesn't go with anything else in the game. So I'll just commit the red key relic because it works. I'm going to leave it as with that debug thing where it's kind of temporarily permanent, and I'll turn that off in a minute because this is going to help us test this thing, which is why I'm letting myself jump around a bit. I think what I'm going to do, actually, I'll copy the name of that, find a better sparkle that I actually like, and then see if this is actually used anywhere, because I've got... Yeah, okay, that one's not really used. So that's going to be a problem. The unlock anim should do the particle treasure sparkle relic, which is this one. And I swear that's not coming out that color in engine, which is probably because I do silly things with color and posterization. Yeah, maybe actually, yeah, maybe having that door effect change makes sense. I was sort of thinking about the green effect as tying to the whole machine that lets you do this, right? Because that's what it's kind of why when you teleport home it all goes green and explodes, because that's the machine that's holding everything together kind of thing. But I think maybe tying that to the room that's spawning might make more sense, or doing some mixture of it. The relics don't seem to consistently sparkle, and I don't know why that is. Okay. Just that problem again of like the scale of everything in that editor is not helpful. I need to consolidate some of these effects so that I don't have so many different variations of things. So that was kind of okay. That was noticeable, and then the purple relic sparkle should also be appearing on these so that you can see it's a relic, but they don't happen very often, and I think that's kind of the problem. So if I go to my relic object and I see how that works, I don't think it's in here. I think it's probably an item parent. So okay. Relic. What is it? Treasure sparkle underscore relic. That's right. That's the one that we want. Okay, that's from the altar. And this is one of those things that's like a silly little thing, but the relics do need to have a consistent visual language so that when we see one, we know what it is. And they were always supposed to have some sort of like pink fire or purple fire around them, or sparkles, but I've just sort of let it fall by the wayside for a little bit because right, if it's yeah, okay. So if the thing is a relic, it needs to have a higher sparkle frequency. That's one of the things we need to do. And then... okay, got it. I see what's happening. Right. So, if it's a relic, do these things. Right? So a relic should sparkle more often than a regular piece of treasure. And we need a temporary variable here to say which particle type we're using. Right, so normally it's going to be treasure sparkle. And then if it's a relic, we're going to change part to be part underscore treasure sparkle relic. Let's look at this. It's got all of these, like... right, there's some sparkles coming off of it. That's quite nice. I would try and half the frequency of that maybe, or make it even lower, so that will be the range. And then let's do... so if it's a relic, it's going to sparkle a lot, but those pink sparkles are going to go behind it rather than in front of it. And that should kind of make it a bit more like an aura or like a fire around it. Ah! Still making sound, that arrow. Can hear it droning. I'm gonna put give myself a note for that. Fix arrow sound collide bug. They're the only objects that do it. I think it's because I did loads of hacky stuff trying to get them to hit you properly. I'm gonna reset. Okay. I just want to see a relic. I don't even need to pick it up. Just show me what a relic looks like. There we go. Well, it just takes a long time until the first one. That's better. That looks like a consistent, okay, we can see this and we know what it means kind of thing. That's getting there. I still don't know what that cloud of pixels is, but So we just need to go back. They have a sparkle frequency variable, don't we all? And we'll start this at like 50. So what this does is it waits a certain amount of frames when anything that could sparkle, like coins and stuff, appears, and then when it's waited that number of frames, then it does the first sparkle, and then it randomizes when the next one is going to happen.